Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Deanna and Erica. Thank you, Old Sal's Cafe. Thank you, everybody here. Because I've been doing a lot of my comedy stuff lately, I'm going to do a little bit of my poetry tonight, so a little more toward the serious. This first piece I'm going to do is called Half and Half. Half the trick to making art is failing at everything else first. Backing yourself so far into the corner of unemployability that you have to pour your whole life into art, whether you like it or not. And then after that, you have to hope you're lucky enough to survive off it. I'm not saying you will be lucky enough. I'm not saying I'll be ever lucky enough. But it's the only thing to do. Half the trick to making art is tricking yourself out of the half measures. Caution is the death of so many good things, even if caution is what keeps you alive. So go, art the hell out of it. And the risk is what will make it happen. If it ever will happen, of course. Of course, of course, of course. This next piece, my situation had left me sitting in Colony Mall in Albany. I was out there, and I was just kind of hanging out there for half a day because of circumstances. I was meeting a friend for a thing on Central Ave. There was a poetry reading at the WAMC's Performing Arts Center. And I got into Albany early, and I didn't know what to do with myself. So I ended up just hanging out in Colony Mall for a couple of hours. This is called See and Be Seen. I people watched inside the mall. I broke for a brief burrito bowl. I wandered for 2 hours leisurely, remarking on what shops had changed since I was a boy. I stuck a 5 in the massage chair. Then I ended up at a chain bookstore reading a book I'd wanted to read, but I didn't want to pay full retail on. In a nice soft chair with coffee, thinking, if there is a heaven and I turn out to have been good, but not exactly great, then this would be my mostly heaven, and this would be heaven enough. Eventually I stepped outside into summer sunshine, and the heat of the asphalt lot beyond the climate-controlled bookstore, waiting for my ride to show up in that harsh light of day. And I left the store thinking, these humans are so fascinating in their bottomless, diverse, multifarious human strangeness. And if they weren't so greedy, if they weren't so cruel, I could stand to do this forever. Just watching them, just watching people do their thing until the very stars burn out. Just watching them talk about their lunch choices, or their relationships, or what was on television last night, or the clothes they want, or what happens in their dreams. If they could just manage to do that, instead of killing each other over stuff, I could watch these people forever. From behind a good book in a comfy chair with a nice cup of coffee. I could do this forever. This could be my mostly heaven. Just a couple more things. This is called Love, Love, Love. Love will not come down as a conquering warrior. Love will not come as a pretty 24 frame per second flicker blur animated on a TV screen. Love will come to you in rags as if a refugee. Love will come to you as ancients came into the heart, clandestine gods and goddesses in beggars' clothes, hoping that your heart may have a crude immunity to surface illusions like the clothes that we wear. Love will not come as a flash of light in the sky. Love will come in compromise. Love will come in negotiation. Love will come, but over time. Love will be a hell of a lot of work. But if it isn't a hell of a lot of work, then it isn't love.
Amen.
And one more thing. This is sort of about the commercialism of Christmas. It's called Oh Holy Night. The inflatable Santa Clauses are out on the porch fronts of Route 5. The Christmas contest has begun to begin. They're hanging out icicle lights. They're blaring out Silent Night. It's a proxy war for the hearts and minds of commerce, pretending to be in the name of Jesus Christ. That only the electric company wins, blinding you as you cross the bridge into honky-tonk nowhere in LED tinsel and mohair, burning your eyes like a road flare, ice glazed and glass glare. Christmas time in Middle America is a gaudy 100-light white bulb swinging in a back porch mudroom, and we are the moths. Everyone that thinks that moths are drawn to the light, but that's simply not true. The light does not draw them, it makes them confused. It throws off their compass, they're floating all loose. They are dazzled by the glimmer and the gloss. The moths aren't drawn to the light, they're just lost. They're not flying toward anything, they just happen to hit the bulb. We are not flying towards Christmas lights, not on the road toward Herkimer, not this cold November night. We are flash blinded and flying into the light at random. Thank you all so very much. Thank you, dear.
Give it up for Mike. It's a gentle giant. Mike, thank you for your service, your comedy.
Thank you.